The film Why Do You Want to Get Gears begins its story in Paris's 13th district, which houses some of the most dangerous criminals in the world. Or rather, after the increase in crimes, the government decided to build a separation wall to isolate this area from the neighboring regions. And now we will meet one of the most dangerous criminals present in District 13, and we will see him as he talks to the building's guards and asks them about a person named Lito. He asks them to point him to his location because he stole 20 kilograms of drugs from them. The guards tell him they don't know his whereabouts and refuse to answer him. He decides to kill them, or afterwards, he shouts for his men, or they go up to the building. At that time, he was emptying the drugs into the tub. He turns on the water to dissolve them, and this is how he wraps them up. Exactly, so Kido takes the elevator up to the building, or his men use the stairs. He kills one of the guards he hired to protect him, or he asks the other about his room, so he can give him the room number, or after giving him the number, he kills him, and at the same time, he goes out of the room and sees one of Kido's crew, and they shot at him. But he doesn't get hit, so he quickly returns to his room, and during this, he gets furious with them because they messed up and lost 20 kilograms of drugs. And if this drug, his jaw dropped, he had to pay for the 20 kilograms while he was fuming and ready to kill both of them. They were scared to suggest that he kidnaps me, which he planned to do. Her name is Lulu, so they threatened him with her to persuade him to agree to their suggestion. He told them, but if this fails, I will kill you. And the ones with him went to the place where Lito's sister works, and they kidnapped her to take her to the headquarters. And they enter the headquarters, and he asks his men to spread the news of his brother's kidnapping, so that Lito knows, but suddenly, at the same time, he attacks the headquarters or breaks the glass of Taha's room, and takes control while threatening to kill her if his sister is harmed. So Taha tells him, do you really think you are going to escape easily, or get away from the men outside? Then Kido comes in with his sister, but as soon as he sees them, he raises his weapon. He was after his sister and wanted to kill her, but someone prevented him or asked him to back down. And we kept waiting for the resolution from Kido, and he threatened him. Then they came out. She and her brother, or with them, Kitota, began to threaten Taha's men. They were outside, saying that anyone who got close would be killed by Taha. And Kido, they got in the car and took Taha with them, Taha's men. They started shooting at the car, but they couldn't stop it. And they ran away, and Lito said to the police station, telling them, I brought you the criminal that the entire police force of France is looking for. The officer objected to Lito's statement, saying, we can't arrest someone without evidence. Lito said to him, if you want evidence, here it is. He threw a bag of drugs in front of him, and Lito handed the drugs to the officer. At the same time, Taha's men arrived at the police station. There were more of them than the police, so the officer was scared and ordered his guards to arrest Lito and his sister or throw them into prison. And he was just a drug dealer, and he told him to take them and leave. But Taha refused to go out and asked him to also give him his cell phone. So the officer allowed him to take it first and got angry at the officer, saying, forgive me because today is my last day on duty, and I want to leave safely without problems kept escalating. And he attacked him, breaking his neck and killing him. Or 6 months after this incident, we meet a person named Mark or his friend, whose name is Pedro, and we see them entering a secret place under the supermarket where they gamble and use substances. Mark is the owner of the place, or later, one of Mark's men, who is watching the surveillance cameras, tells him that there are two people. They have been wandering around the market for a long time, or suddenly they go to the police at the place, or it was the same day they wanted to transfer the money. So Mark suspects his friend Pedro, and he decides to kill him. But suddenly, one of the guys from Mark's crew named Daniel raises his weapon to Mark's face and says, I'm with the police, and he hits Mark on the head, causing him to faint. And at that moment, Daniel is communicating with the soldiers outside, directing them to the location of the secret room while they extend a rope to him and pull Malto, or after that, a gang of men storm into the room that has the money. They decided to split it among themselves and flee, but Daniel enters behind them to the room and captures one. And in a second, Daniel's boss asks Daniel to go to Sector 13 and return the car he has. In it, there are weapons and money that were stolen. He gave it to him and his group and told him that he needs to get the car as soon as possible, because there is a neutron bomb in it. And this bomb activates when someone opens it, leaving only 23 hours until it explodes. In this world that has rejected peace, this is the kind of difficult task. And he tells him that he can't take it, because he was supposed to be given more time in order to study the mission. But Director Daniel tells him that if he doesn't care, this mission has been carried out, and many people are going to die. Or, there is a person who will help you with this